there are certain conservative Democrats like Joe Manchin and Sinema who do not support HR 1. I personally believe that a lot of this has to do with dark money and the checks on eliminating and really curtailing the power of lobbyists and dark money, but that's an aside. Nevertheless, there is resistance to passing HR 1 among Democrats in the Senate. What they have said is, we will not pass HR 1. I have resistance to HR 1, but we are open to HR 4, that's the second part of the puzzle, the John Lewis Voting Rights Act. And so what the House has done is that we just passed HR 4 this week to see if some of these conservative Democrats will keep their word in passing that. HR 4, again, has those pre-clearance provisions in order for us, as we go into redistricting this year, to help protect against some of not just some of these issues with respect to gerrymandering, but also just changes to voting rights writ large, which, as we also saw this week, the state of Texas recently passed very draconian and extremely alarming provisions to attack the right to vote in the state of Texas. And so the John Lewis Voting Rights Act will help reestablish that preclearance. And from there, we hope that when the Senate reconvenes, they pass it as quickly as possible, because the timing on this is extremely sensitive. The census data was just handed over about 2 weeks ago. And with that data, states are starting to gear up for the process of redrawing district lines, even here in the state of New York. So this coming year, next year, all of us are going to be receiving new state assembly lines, potentially new state assembly lines, new state Senate district lines, new federal congressional district lines. And so I hope I will continue being your representative. It's possible that I might be more people's representative, if everything, goes okay. But on that note, I will say that also our community's participation in the census, thanks to the efforts of many organizers on the ground and people in our community's participation in the census was it really beat expectations.